Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video. I was diagnosed with ADHD. I've been on Concerta 27 milligrams for a little over a week. I'm definitely noticing my impulse control is really good. Um, whereas last time it was just off the wall, and um, I'm able to think a lot clearer, and I don't have as many thoughts going on, which is great. However, only being on it for about a week and a half or so, I've been experiencing boredom, loneliness, kind of emptiness kind of feeling, which does suck, but I'm overall pretty happy though with how the medication's been seeming to calm everything down. It's like I can go into a store or whatever, and like I'm not thinking a bunch of stuff, and I feel like I'm in my own zone to where I don't think everyone's looking at me or paying attention to me or how I used to feel. I just feel like I'm in my own space, and it feels good. Um, uh, but yeah, my not motivation is just I feel kind of bored, but also kind of bland at the same time. Um, I think it's because I'm so used to being so adaptive to how I was before with having ADHD, never having never having it diagnosed or ever obviously being on the proper medication for it. Um, that it's hard to know what it's like to feel that you don't have any thoughts anymore. Because, like I said, I'm so used to having so much racing thoughts or kind of feeling just in my own um, I guess headspace that it's so new now to feel more calm and not have all these extra thoughts or all this hyped up energy that I can have when I go through my little spells of, I guess, mania, for the lack of a better term. When you have ADHD, you can get really hyper and uh, just nonstop talking or laughing or whatever it is. How it was for me to now it's more controlled, and I'm not um, as hyper, obviously, or anything. So I think I'm trying to adjust. I think my brain is trying to adjust how to feel with it because I've gone so long in my life without having an ADHD diagnosis and coping with things in my own way, that I guess I don't know how to feel without having all those thoughts in my head, and just trying to push everything to the side and not uh, feel things or try to just ignore everything, instead of being so aware and in the moment that it doesn't feel right, which is unfortunate. But I'm going to um, obviously continue taking the medication. Um, Sorry, guys. It's whatever. Because it definitely is working. I mean, I'm not spending as much money. I'm not eating like how I used to. I'm not just shoving food down my uh, throat, and just trying to eat, seeking dopamine, trying to get that gratifying feeling. You know, like how I do when I'm not on medication like that. So um, that's all good and everything. It's just I don't know if anyone else that's been on ADHD medication or just starting out that maybe I'm still trying to adapt to it and get used to it. Um, but it's a little uncomfortable because I'm not sure how to think or how to feel because, like I said, I don't have all these thoughts anymore. Um, you know, I just, it's not that I feel spaced out either. It's just, I'm not kind of like myself, I guess. I mean, I'm still there, but I feel like there's something missing to where, like, I want to go out and have fun and do something, but it's like, um, I'm not, which that was a problem for me before. Like, I'd love to go out with people my age and, have fun and just do fun things, but um, not having a lot of friends my age and being shy obviously sucks, but it seems like I'm focusing more on that, like instead of trying to ignore maybe how I felt before. Um, for whatever reason, this feels like it's more important now that I can meet people and go out and not be afraid of expressing who I am without thinking people are going to judge me and all the uh, things I do to self sabotage, myself before I even say anything, out of people. Um, so I don't know. It seems like the past couple of days at least that I've been wanting to find people my age to hang out with and have fun with. And, you know, but I'm at the same time, though, I'm holding myself back because of, you know, uh, shyness and feeling not as confident, and as welcomed as everyone else is. It's like I can go into a room, like a store, whatever, and I guess feel out of place because I think, people are either looking at me or I'm getting judged, you know, and in the moment, that's what I'm telling myself. But if I'm away from it, I can understand that that's just me doing that to myself, which sucks because, you know, I, I wish I could tell myself in the moment that none of that's true. And I'm just making all that up, stopping myself from socializing or from, just meeting people, making friends, or afraid of being rejected, which, is a big thing for me. Like I would love, to go out with someone, meet a girl and just, start, um, I guess, an adventure, because I haven't gone out with anyone in a long time. And, I really hold myself back a lot, which is really unfortunate. Because I am really fun to hang out with, but I just have to stop telling myself things that aren't true. Um, you know, and I guess it's hard for me to do that, but I don't know. It's just life's too short to not take risks or you know not to assert yourself into uncomfortable situations. I mean, that's one of the top ways, I guess, that you meet people and make friends is just putting yourself out there, being so vulnerable, which was always an issue for me. And it's like, I know it's holding me back, yet I'm continuing the same thing, and I'm wanting a different result. Because it's not like, they're going to come up to you, right? But so yeah, the emptiness, boredom, lonely-ish kind of feeling that I've been having since I started the medication, it's there, but I think there's a new level of, hey, so now I'm in the moment. I'm actually thinking of, you know, I want to go out, but I'm holding myself back because I'm so self conscious and because of my speech impediment and all this stuff, which actually my speech has been a lot better since I've been on the ADHD medication, which was always kind of a theory of mine, was that my stuttering and everything was because my brain was thinking way too fast and I couldn't get it out, and then I would muscularly get stiff and tense and everything, just my jaw, my teeth, my tongue, putting the tongue on the roof of my mouth, with such force. Um, it was probably um, essentially just from having ADHD, um, not just, post traumatic stress from, my childhood and all that. Because I did start stuttering very young, but it's not always consistent generally. There's times my stuttering's horrible, even with people that I'm comfortable with, and then there's times it's like, it's great. um, so yeah, I guess the whole reasoning, I guess, for this video is, one, to update you guys that I am liking the ADHD medication. I'm definitely noticing effects that are positive. Yet on the other hand, again, I think being so in the moment now, um, I guess so upfront with everything that I can see there's things in my life that I want that I'm missing out on, and it's really only me that I have to blame. But maybe that could be causing my sadness and loneliness now, because it's kind of in front of my face. It's something that I've wanted. I mean, I've wanted to go out with a girl for a long time. Meet somebody, because it's been a very long time, and it's like, I'm stopping myself because, she's probably going to say no, or because I have a speech impediment, she's going to look at me, while I'm stuttering and I have my eyes closed and I look like I'm having, for the lack of a better term, like a stroke or something, because I'm just, you know, um, but that's all things I have to get past. I mean, I can't stop myself before I start. I guess. Uh, but yeah. If anyone, I guess, has had similar side effects, like so I take my Concerta in the morning, um, and I'm still on a low dosage, and I'm just starting it. So I mean, I'm sure my body's still getting used to it, but I don't really have an issue falling asleep. But then again, I'll wake up in the middle of the night or so, and it takes a couple hours to go back to sleep. Not that I'm wired or anything. It's just that for some reason I'm having problems going back to sleep. But I've always had issues, I guess, with not directly sleeping throughout the whole night. But yeah. If anyone, I guess, has any tips, I guess, on not just how to assert yourself, but like, it's so odd to say, hey, like, how about we just go to a bar, like, say me and one of my friends, and then, that's how I meet a girl or something. It seems like that's just so old school kind of a thing that just never seems to work. I mean, sure, I could go to the gym. I could, you know, um, put myself in other social settings. It's just, I'm trying to get over that hump of, I guess, telling myself that I'm not good enough for someone, um, you know, when really that's what I want is a relationship, and I want that companionship from someone. Because I sure as hell am going to be able to give it back very well. Not only because I didn't, you know, emotionally get my needs met when I was growing up or anything, but I really know how to care about someone. But the important thing is that I get that back just as well, you know. But I don't know. I guess it's not like what you see, you know, on TV or whatever. You know, you start up a conversation and it's that easy. But I don't know. I put a lot of thought into it. Obviously, you know, when I shouldn't. Just like it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to put yourself out there, but you know, I have such difficulty doing that it's become a part of, I guess, who I am. You know, now I have to try to retrain myself to believe that I'm just as good as everyone else in that room. You know, like I've gone to just places to where I've felt that, you know, I'm not as equal or as important as the other people around me. So I tell all that to myself, you know, and then I just shrink, and I can't express myself and be who I want to be, because I always want to make everyone else happy, please everybody. And that takes away from my personality, you know, because I think I said in my last video, the most attractive thing I think about someone is when they're authentic and you see their raw self. You know, they're not trying to be someone, you know, and that's not just good enough, but that's like the best thing, you know, when you're attracted to someone just based off, you know, who they are and not who they're trying to be. I don't know. uh, but yeah, my goal is to put myself out there more. You know, don't be afraid to talk. You know, I mean, even if I do stutter once in a while, or maybe it's not going to be as bad as it was. I mean, I haven't really put myself in situations since I started this medication, you know, to see if my speech is even all that better. I mean, so far, everything's been good, but I just needed to be more confident, you know, and just tell myself I'm not the kid, you know, anymore that grew up in a rough environment, you know, that had things told to him, and you know, didn't feel good enough or strong, you know, to be able to carry himself. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess if anyone has any ideas or suggestions to maybe what makes it easier to approach someone, you know, perhaps someone that you're attracted to, you know, or whatever it is, you know, that would be great. But yeah, I guess I'll stop the video now. I'll try to update you guys maybe like another month or so, just to see how the medication's been. But all right, guys. Yeah, thank you for your time, and hopefully I have a lot better news next time. Thank you.